The moment crystallizes around you like dawn breaking through storm clouds. You have arrived not by chance, not by algorithm, but by divine orchestration. This word reaching you now pulses with intention, each syllable a thread in the tapestry being woven specifically for your life. Listen, can you feel it? The atmosphere shifting, reality bending slightly at the edges where the natural meets the supernatural. Today, I, your heavenly Father, am opening a window between dimensions, a portal through which abundance will flow into your existence like a river finding its course after drought. Do not close this video. The urge might whisper at the edges of your consciousness, but resist. What unfolds here requires your presence, your whole presence. Because this is not entertainment but transformation. This is not information but activation. I am sending an economic miracle into your life. And if you dare to remain, if you dare to believe, you will not merely hear about it, but witness its manifestation with your own eyes. Time stretches differently in this sacred space we are creating together. For so long I have watched you closer than breath, nearer than heartbeat. I have seen the weight you carry when no one else is looking, felt the tremor in your spirit when the bills pile higher than hope. Those nights when sleep became a stranger because worry was too loud. Those mornings when you rose despite exhaustion because responsibility demanded it. I witnessed it all. Your tears were not wasted water, but seeds planted in celestial soil. Each prayer that felt like it hit the ceiling was actually breaking through dimensions you could not perceive. The waiting, the wondering, the wandering through financial wilderness, none of it was purposeless. It was preparation. Because what comes next requires a soul that has been deepened by trial, strengthened by endurance, and sensitized to recognize the miraculous when it arrives. Do not close this video, beloved one. While you listen, while these words penetrate deeper than sound, my presence is moving through you like electricity through water. What you feel is not imagination but confirmation. This is not just another message floating through digital space. This is decree, this is destiny, this is your activated miracle taking form. Picture this. For too long, you have lived in the margins, making mathematics out of scarcity, performing daily miracles of multiplication with resources too thin to stretch. You watched others feast while you rationed. You learned the cruel arithmetic of almost, the algebra of anxiety that calculates and recalculates but never reaches peace. But today, beloved son, beloved daughter, today the equation changes. A new season activates over your life like spring breaking winter's grip. This season has a name written in heaven's ledgers: unexpected abundance, supernatural provision, economic miracle. The faster you believe it, the quicker it manifests. Stay connected. Do not let distraction steal this moment, because what comes next will shatter the mental limitations that have caged you for years. You see, I am not the God of just enough. I am not the deity of barely making it. I am the God who multiplies, who transforms 5 loaves into feast for thousands, who makes oil flow endlessly from empty jars, who commands fish to carry coins in their mouths. Do not think about what you lack anymore, because I have already inventoried what you need. Do not rehearse your debts in your mind, because I have already authorized the payment. Stop trying to figure out the how, because I do not operate by human logistics. I am the how. I am the way. I am the door that opens where walls seemed permanent. The economic miracle approaching your life does not depend on your qualifications, your connections, or your credit score. It responds to something far more powerful, your faith. And today, that faith has been registered in heaven. It has moved me, stirred the angels, and set divine machinery in motion. But understand this clearly: what comes is not merely monetary. The miracle arrives dressed in multiple forms. Yes, there will be resources, surprising additions to your accounts, unexpected channels of income. But wrapped within the financial blessing comes strategy, divine intelligence about how to steward and multiply. It brings connections, people positioned by providence to open doors you did not even know existed. It carries ideas that will seem simple but carry million-dollar potential. Most importantly, it brings peace, the kind that makes no sense given circumstances but makes perfect sense given my presence. Do not close this video. If you disconnect now, you might miss the key I am about to place in your hands. Stay present, Stay focused because I have only revealed the foundation. The blueprint's most crucial details are still to come. Breathe deeply. Feel your spirit expanding to receive. What happens next will require your full attention, because I am about to show you exactly how this economic miracle will manifest and why I chose you, specifically you, to receive it now. The air itself seems to thicken with possibility as we continue. You are not hearing common words, but receiving a direct spiritual transmission, a frequency transfer from my heart to your circumstances. Everything you have endured has led to this intersection of time and eternity. Do not close this video, for the longer you remain in this word, the more the locks on your blessing begin to turn. Today's message contains more than promises. It holds the activation codes for your prosperity, but they must be received in sequence, in fullness. Remember who I am, beloved. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. I spoke and galaxies spiraled into existence. I breathe and life begins. When I decide to bless, no force in the universe can build walls high enough to stop the flood of my favor. Yet you have forgotten. Circumstances have hypnotized you into believing in limitation more than limitlessness. Look at me through the eyes of your spirit, not through the lens of your current situation. I am infinite resource meeting finite need. I am eternal abundance answering temporary lack. The arithmetic of earth does not apply to heaven's economy, and today I am teaching you to calculate differently. While you sit here, while these words wash over you like rain on parched ground, something shifts in the spiritual atmosphere. Angels assigned to your provision receive new orders. They move now with urgency, arranging meetings, inspiring decisions, opening accounts, creating opportunities. The natural world must bend to accommodate what the supernatural has already authorized. But before we continue deeper, I require something from you. If this word is touching the deep places, if you feel the resonance of truth vibrating through your being, then respond. Subscribe to this channel right now. Press that button as an act of faith, not merely to support this message reaching others, but as a physical declaration that you are ready to receive. Do it now. That simple action carries more weight than you realize. In the spiritual realm, small acts of obedience trigger large releases of blessing. When you respond to my voice with action, even action as simple as clicking subscribe, you are demonstrating the kind of faith that moves mountains and multiplies resources. Now, like this video as well, not because I need your approval, but because you need to take ownership of this moment. Every faith action, no matter how small, sends ripples through the spiritual dimension. It accelerates what has already been set in motion for you. You see, beloved one, I do not speak empty words. When I declare, creation responds. When I promise, fulfillment follows as surely as dawn follows night. This word you are receiving is pregnant with power, heavy with the weight of imminent manifestation. You were not created for scarcity. That was never my design. You bear my image, and I am unlimited. The poverty mindset that has haunted your thoughts, the scarcity mentality that has scripted your decisions, these are distortions, lies that have masqueraded as truth for too long. Today I restore original intent. You will not end this year in lack. Mark my words, for they are already being written in the book of your destiny. I will orchestrate circumstances, influence decisions, inspire innovations, and open opportunities that align perfectly with your gifts and calling. Creative ideas will begin flowing to you like a river unleashed. Projects that have been dormant will suddenly spark to life. Connections you thought were lost will resurface at exactly the right moment. Doors that seemed permanently sealed will swing open as if they were never locked. This happens because you believed. This manifests because you did not close this video when the enemy whispered that it was too good to be true. This becomes reality because you said in your heart, "This is for me, my time has come." So receive this word as living seed. Let it fall into the soil of your spirit and prepare for harvest, because in the next moments I will reveal the specific ways this economic miracle will show up in your life and how you can position yourself to receive it fully. Stay connected. The revelation is building, layer upon layer, and what comes next will be the key that unlocks what heaven has already released. Do not attempt to close this video. What you are about to receive could mean the difference between another year of struggle and the activation of abundance that has been waiting for perfect timing. I want to speak to you from the deep places of my purpose, to pull back the veil and show you what has always been true but hidden from your eyes. Before you drew your first breath, before your parents dreamed of your existence, I had already written prosperity into your storyline. Resources, connections, opportunities, innovations, all were assigned to intersect with your journey at appointed times. But many of these miracles have been delayed. Not because I forgot, not because I changed my mind, but because preparation was required. Your character needed tempering, your heart needed enlarging, your perspective needed elevating. What you interpreted as denial was actually development. What felt like rejection was really redirection. Every closed door was protecting you from premature promotion that would have crushed instead of crowned you. But now today, this very moment, the preparation phase ends. You stand at the threshold between who you have been and who you are becoming. The economic miracle approaching is not random generosity, but precise fulfillment of promises spoken over you before time began. Stay until the end, because I need to reveal not just what will happen, but how it will unfold. The blueprint matters as much as the blessing. Listen with everything in you. Each time you choose faith over fear, each time you decide to believe when circumstances scream impossibility, you are operating a spiritual law as reliable as gravity. My kingdom does not run on the world's operating system. It responds to faith the way flowers respond to sunlight. And you, though you have felt weak, though you have known exhaustion that sleep could not cure, though disappointment has been a too familiar companion, you have not stopped believing. This pleases me more than perfect performance ever could. Your persistent faith, battered but not broken, is precious in my sight. That is why you were led here. That is why these words found you. Not coincidence, but coordinate. Not accident, but appointment. Because the season of closed heavens has ended, the drought breaks now. Today marks the first day of a new economic climate in your life, where provision flows not from human sources, but from my infinite supply. Do not close this video. What I reveal next requires careful attention. It is not metaphor, but mechanism. There is someone I have already touched on your behalf. A human being who carries a piece of your miracle. They do not yet know their role in your story, but I have planted something in them. A thought, an urge, a remembrance of you that will suddenly seem urgent. When they reach out, when they appear with an offer, an opportunity, a connection, or a resource, you will know it was not their idea but my orchestration. But you must watch with awakened awareness. Often my greatest miracles hide in ordinary moments. The phone call you almost ignore, the email you nearly delete, the chance encounter that seems random. These may be the doorways through which abundance enters. Do not minimize the small beginnings. Do not dismiss the simple opportunities. Remember, I hid the salvation of the world in a manger, concealed unlimited power in 5 smooth stones, disguised provision in a boy's lunch. My methods have not changed. I still hide the extraordinary in the ordinary, waiting for eyes of faith to recognize and receive. Now I require your participation. If this word is burning in your spirit like fire in dry wood, if you know beyond doubt that this message was crafted for you, then declare it. Write in the comments below these exact words: my economic miracle is on its way. Do not hesitate, do not edit, do not overthink. Write those words as a stake in the ground, a flag planted on the mountain of your faith. This is not mere positive thinking, this is spiritual activation. Every word you write with faith becomes a bridge between promise and possession. Do it now. My economic miracle is on its way. Type it, declare it, own it. That act, simple as it seems, sends shockwaves through the spiritual realm. Angels mark it. Heaven records it. Hell trembles at it. Because when my children declare my promises with conviction, the universe itself must rearrange to accommodate their faith. I have watched you count coins when you needed dollars. I have seen you stretch what should not stretch, make meals from almost nothing, create solutions from pure determination. I was there when shame tried to suffocate you because you could not provide what you wanted to give. I witnessed every moment when lack limited your love's expression. All of that changes now. This word is not generic encouragement. This is personal prophecy with your name written on every syllable. You are not watching this video by accident. You were summoned here by divine appointment. And if you stay connected, I will reveal the 3 unmistakable signs that will confirm your miracle is manifesting. Do not close this video. These signs will prepare you spiritually, emotionally, and practically for what you are about to receive. I do not merely want to bless you. I want to teach you to steward blessing so that it multiplies rather than evaporates. The first sign will be supernatural peace. It will descend on you without explanation, a calm that makes no sense given your current circumstances. This peace will not come from problem resolution, but from my presence wrapping around you like a garment. When you feel it, know that heaven has heard and help is deployed. The second sign will be divine inspiration. A persistent idea will begin pulsing in your mind. It will seem almost too simple, but do not dismiss it. This thought carries the DNA of your breakthrough. It is the key that unlocks resources you did not know existed. Act on it quickly when it comes. The third sign will be a person. Someone will enter or re-enter your life carrying a piece of your promise. They might offer a partnership, share a connection, present an opportunity, or simply speak words that catalyze everything else. You will recognize them by the ease of the interaction. There will be no manipulation, no pressure, just grace flowing like a river finding its path. These 3 signs, peace, inspired idea, and providential person, are already activated. They approach you even now. While you wait with faith, while you work with diligence, they draw nearer. Keep this word close. Play this message again when doubt tries to steal your seed. Let these truths sink deeper than your struggles, deeper than your setbacks, deeper than your fears. Because faith that is fed grows strong, and faith that grows strong produces harvest that astounds. Do not let anything or anyone convince you that this word was not meant for you. The enemy will try. Doubt will whisper. Circumstances will argue. But you have received a word from heaven's throne, and what I have spoken, I will perform. Rise up with new strength. Believe with fresh boldness. Declare with unshakable conviction. Today I have released an economic miracle into your life, and nothing in heaven, earth, or hell can stop what I have started. Receive it. Receive it now. Receive it fully. Do not close this video, for you stand at the exact point where promise becomes reality. The threshold between what was and what will be grows thin here. You have traveled a long road where faith was your only currency, where hope sometimes felt like hard labor. Every tear was recorded, every prayer was preserved, every act of trust when trust seemed foolish was treasured. Now comes the moment of return, the season of recompense, the time when heaven repays with interest all that life has extracted from you. Those who thought you were forgotten will see you favored. Those who assumed you were finished will witness your flourishing. The miracle coming does not arrive empty-handed. It brings complete transformation, mental renovation that breaks poverty thinking, relational connections that create kingdom networks, strategic wisdom that multiplies every resource, emotional healing that restores your capacity to dream without limits. I am not patching your problems. I am replacing your entire economic operating system. Where fear managed your finances, faith will now lead. Where scarcity wrote the script, abundance will tell the new story. Where limitation defined the boundaries, limitlessness will draw new maps. Stay present until I unveil the final key, the principle that will sustain what I am releasing. Many receive breakthroughs, but cannot maintain them because they never learn heaven's economics. Listen carefully to this wisdom. I do not bless for hoarding, but for flowing. I do not prosper for pride, but for purpose. The miracle coming to you carries an assignment. You will become a distribution center for others' breakthroughs. Your testimony will unlock their faith. Your overflow will meet their need. Your elevation will create platforms for their promotion. This is the secret the enemy fears most. One blessed believer who understands kingdom purpose becomes a threat to entire systems of lack. Your breakthrough is not individual but corporate. Your miracle carries movement potential. Already I have begun the process. Debts are being discussed in boardrooms you have never entered. Decisions are being influenced in your favor by people you have never met. Resources are being redirected to find their way to you. What was impossible last month is becoming inevitable this moment. The economic miracle is not coming. It has already been released. Now it travels through time and space to find you. Your faith is the homing signal it follows. Your declarations are the runway it needs for landing. If these words are exploding in your spirit like fireworks, if something deep within you says yes with every fiber, then seal this moment. Write in the comments with bold faith, "I am ready to receive the economic miracle God has already sent." Write it now. Let heaven witness. Let earth record. Let hell realize its defeat. Your words matter. Your declaration carries weight. Your faith statement becomes fact when mixed with my promises. I am doing something new, something sudden, something so significant that you will divide your life into before and after this moment. What approaches will be so clearly supernatural that no one can claim coincidence. You will have to testify that only I could have orchestrated such outcomes. Tomorrow I will speak again with even greater revelation. Do not miss what comes next. Subscribe to this channel now if you have not already. Make this a daily altar where you receive fresh bread from heaven's table. Every message carries keys for your season. Every word unlocks another dimension of your destiny. Beloved one, lift your head, straighten your shoulders, adjust your expectation. What comes is not charity but inheritance, not handout but harvest, not temporary relief but permanent revolution. Your economic miracle has been signed, sealed, and sent. Walk in that truth. Live from that reality. Give thanks from that guarantee. Heaven has already said yes. Now watch earth align with heaven's decision. You are blessed. You are favored. You are chosen. You are provided for. Receive it all. The window of heaven is open over your life, and the outpouring has begun.